went in there, I was like, oh, we're good. Huh?
I'm a champion, I'm a price, but I'm never gonna give up. I don't care about the path with the hiccups. I'ma get through now, I stick up for myself and my future, cause I just want
Yeah, get over it. Nobody likes us anyway.
I'm the one that is really gonna make it. I'm a champion.
Just don't step on your pecker. Alright everybody, welcome back to the All Out Motorsports YouTube channel. I'm your host Alex Bowman, and today we are hopefully going to get the mini bike up and running and take it on its first test drive. So, if you remember, we're having some issues with it idling with it revving up without the choke on. So, I've played around as much as I can with the float to try to find a sweet spot for it, changing the clip on the needle and all of that kind of stuff. Nothing's helping, so I'm going to start off with checking the valve lash, make sure that's set good, and then if that doesn't help, possibly drill out the jets a little bit. I don't think I'll need to do that because this engine ran how it was before already. It's just now I'm having these issues. So I think something besides the jets is messed up. So that'll be like a last resort sort of thing. But to start off with, I am going to check the valve lash. So when it comes to checking the valve lash on these things, it's pretty easy, I believe. Never done it before, but from what I've heard, it's a pretty simple, straightforward process. Just have to remember what size bolt these are, and it's metric. Of course it is. Let's see. Is this a 10 mil? Probably. Everything's a 10 mil. Yep. Let's see. Extension. Bada boom, bada bing. Put that next spot. I did change the spark plug as well, just to make sure there wasn't an issue with that. Ah, don't knock that over. And that one's gonna be, can't get to that like that. Alright, so here we can see the valves. Oh shoot, I gotta figure out top dead center. Okay, so now that we've got the engine at top dead center on the compression, at the end of the compression stroke, you gotta get your feeler gauges. And it's supposed to be set at 2000s. Well, I got the valves changed, adjusted. They were really, really close to where they needed to be. I don't think that was the issue, and I put it back on the bike and started it up, and yeah, it was exactly the same as it was before. I might try one or two more times adjusting the carburetor. If that doesn't work, I'm just gonna have to go to drilling out that jet a little bit, which I really don't want to do because that's not something you can go back on, but I don't think it's gonna hurt. So yeah, I'll catch back in with you guys in a minute or two. So, okay. I take the carb off, check the float level, perfectly right where it's recommended to be. I'm getting ready to drill out the jet because I'm like, you know what? That's all we got left to do. I pull the jet off, I look through it, I can barely see through it. And I'm like, I feel like the hole should be a little bigger than that. I've never taken this fully out of the carb before, but I have sprayed so much carb cleaner through this thing, making sure that it's not clogged. There's like a pinprick of light coming through. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna see if that's clogged. 30 seconds. That was like 30 seconds ago. The hole's like 5 times the size now. It was so clogged. I'm an idiot. I'm gonna put this back together. It's gonna run perfect. It's gonna run perfect. Alright, well, gosh dang it. Alright, got the carburetor back on and everything. Just have to hook this fuel tank up that I'm using for right now. There we go. I'm very confident this is going to work. If it doesn't, I'm actually going to be real upset because I'm very excited right now. Alright. First off, got to get some fuel into the carburetor. Oh my gosh. I just wasted like months of work. By months I mean like weeks. Well, at least it's running now. Alright, well, I'm gonna get everything hooked up and take it for a ride. Alright, we are ready to fire this thing up. Most important, when you're firing something up for the first time, always put it against the wall, because it will probably try to run away, and then it won't go anywhere. Alright, so it worked. Two things right off the bat. One, it immediately jerked the engine back and loosened the chain. So I'm going to have to tighten up the engine and put the chain back on. Second thing, it was really, really rough. So I don't know if that's if that was the loose chain, if that's the clutch, if that's just how this engine's going to be. But it was basically just... yeah, I actually... You know what? It might be this drum clutch. I'm going to switch out and put a disc clutch on it and see if that helps at all. Got everything fixed on this. Got the engine all nice and secure. Switched over to a disc clutch because I hear those work a lot better. Got the chain tensioned right. Really cranked down the engine with the impact to get it tight. Wired up the kill switch, so that all works now. So I'm going to get you guys set up, throw a helmet on, and take it for a test drive. Alright, let's see what happens. So what I learned from that, one, it's still geared way too tall, and two, the chain keeps chain keeps coming off. So yeah, I'm gonna have to realign everything, make sure everything's lined up good. Yeah, because chain keeps popping off, and I'm barely giving it any RPM or anything, and it's taken off. So yeah, need to go way down on the gearing